Christ gives us the courage we need to conquer idols. At the end of his first epistle, St. John tells us to guard ourselves against idols. In order to conquer the idols that threaten us, we need courage. Here is a quote that can help us. It is from Romano Guardini on the virtue of courage. Quote, to the extent to which we put away illusions and see how much so-called Christian morality and Christian culture is actually the product of a particular historical situation, to the extent to which we experience how the world does all the things which St. John, in the prologue of his Gospel, tells us of its behavior toward the incarnate Son of God, only to that extent shall we realize that the attempt to be Christians in this world and to order our existence in accordance with Christ appears to be a most desperate undertaking. Then it becomes clear what, in the final analysis, is meant by courage. That is the attitude which says, but nevertheless, and takes up the battle in spite of all that makes it appear senseless and vain. We must never forget that he has fought the fight before us and thereby made it possible for us to conquer. End quote. It does seem hopeless on the surface, but it's not. We know that now. Meditating on the Word of God and frequenting the sacraments are the weapons that we need to overcome the idols we face. But what are these idols? Here are three we frequently fall for. Number one, money. There is nothing new here. Our wounded natures have an insatiable desire to accumulate wealth well beyond our needs. That it does not increase our happiness is evident by the unhappy lives most people of wealth live, broadcasted to us via social media. We need to avoid the mistake they have fallen into. This is hard since in many workplaces we swim in an ocean of wealth seekers and accumulators. Our desire is stimulated simply by working in such environments. Wealth does provide a level of exterior security, but it fails to provide us with the interior security we need to know that our lives are going in the right direction and will end well for us. Only Christ can give us that level of security. Number two, notoriety. The Super Bowl is a fun event, but it has taken on an almost messianic meaning in the minds and hearts of millions of people around the globe. This is consistent with the fall from faith. Worshipping God has been replaced with worshiping achievement in all its forms, athletic achievement being prime among them. St. John Henry Newman once said that man, even in his best estate, is altogether vanity. That is a powerful but true statement. We are judged and ranked by our achievements. Being good at something is no longer sufficient. One has to be the best at the cost of sacrificing time and energy needed to build a relationship with God. This shift of priorities is a form of idolatry that we easily succumb to. It takes courage to resist it when everyone else we are working with is infected by it. Like the flu, it spreads with contact. Number three, comfort and convenience. Technology has made our lives easier and eliminated some of the drudgery of daily living, but it has also made a claim upon our interior faculties, making it much more difficult to reflect on the important matters of life. 24/7 updates on everything have fried our contemplative faculties. Some of these updates we need for work, but many are superfluous. It takes courage to turn off the devices and spend time in quiet recollection. But without that time, we do not stand a chance in the battle for our souls. God is spirit, and those who worship him in spirit and in truth, Jesus tells the Samaritan woman. She recognized that and had the courage to evangelize her village. It takes courage to live a vocational life in the workplace, whether one is married with more than 3 children or celibate for the kingdom. Both are unacceptable ways to live in the eyes of the world. But this is the place where God has sent us, the portion of his vineyard we have been called to cultivate. It is our periphery. Let us not abandon it because it is difficult and apparently fruitless. Rather, let us ask Jesus for the courage to live the type of life that he lived. This is the best way to guard ourselves against idols, as St. John advises us. For more information on how lay professionals can become saints, follow us on YouTube at On the Mark Show, or visit our website www.onthemark.show.